Hi everyone, so still going into the inflammation spectrum book, we are going to go over 3 inflammatory habits that you may be doing that you might even not even realize that could be causing inflammation in your body. So these lifestyle habits can be just as inflammatory as foods, if not more than those. So we want to try and get them out of your life progressively. Obviously, there are, I believe, 8 of these. Don't do them all at once. Just pick one and focus on that one until it's not an issue anymore, and then kind of just continue on with the rest of them. So inflammatory habit 1 is prolonged sitting. Human bodies are not meant to sit all day. They're meant to walk and run and lift and carry and swim and do all of the things all of the time. Squatting or even sitting on the ground is going to be better for you than sitting in a chair. If you are a work from home person, I highly recommend a standing desk with a walking treadmill under it. It's something that can be very, very helpful. Get your steps in, get your activity in, get you moving so that we're not sedentary all day, because what tends to happen is when we're working from home or we're working a desk job, we're sitting, and then we get home and maybe we do like a 45-minute workout and then we're sitting again, so we're doing a lot of sitting, and sleep doesn't count in that, but we're doing a lot of non-motion things. So we want to try and get those daily kind of steps in. That's something that's going to help with keeping you from not moving. The second inflammatory habit is going to be screen surfing. You want to turn off your screens and do something else. Notice how often you check your emails. Can you reduce the time that you spend on this, or do it in chunks a few times a day instead of immediately responding to every text or email? We tend to do that because, our phones are always on us. We have our emails and our work emails and everything attached to our phones, and I am one of those immediately respond people, and I am currently working on that because sometimes it's not that important and no one needs an immediate response unless it's an emergency. So making sure that you're creating that boundary, but also that habit with yourself. Challenge yourself you and your family to find something to do that isn't watching TV or playing video games, something that doesn't involve a screen at all. You can go to a screenless restaurant, you could play a game, take a walk or a bike ride, invite people over, leaving your phones at home if you can. Some activities to incorporate if you're fresh out of ideas that aren't screen centric. Spend some time in nature, no matter what the season is. There's nothing more healing to the eyes, the brain, and the body than time passed in the natural world. So you want to take all of that in, again, regardless of the seasonality of it, regardless of how hot or cold. We have things to keep us warm or cool regardless. Take a walk in a park, go on a hike. You can go on a day trip to a natural area. If you can't leave your phone at home, stash it somewhere where you can resist the urge to take it out and look at it. Interact with those in front of you. Talk directly to your spouse, your kids. Meet a friend for coffee, but keep your phone away. Walk over to the people in your office and tell them what you need to tell them instead of shooting them an email or sending them a text. Watch a concert or a play as opposed to a movie or music. It's going to feel a lot different. You're not on your screen. At first you might find it strenuous, but it's really good for your brain. Okay? Take a walk around your neighborhood or even indoors somewhere and kind of tune into all of your senses. What do you see, hear, feel, smell? Notice if you have the impulse to look something up or post something on social media and try to ride out that impulse. Another big thing with this is eating an entire meal without looking at a screen. It's going to keep you more present when you're eating. You're not going to end up overeating because you're now paying attention to the food. You're paying attention to the company that you have over, if you do have company, and you'll end up eating less and making better food choices, again, because we're paying attention to our food. Last one for today is going to be the third inflammatory habit, which is not getting enough sleep. Sleep is not a luxury, okay? It is a mandate for your wellness. It's essential for your health. You heal and rejuvenate both body and mind when you sleep, and a lot of us tend to make that a very low priority. So maybe that's probably the easiest thing, honestly, out of all 3 of these that you could do right now is create better sleep habits and sleep hygiene. But those are the first 3. Like I said, there are 8. I'll go over the next few in our next video next week. If you have any questions, drop a comment below.